Kai and Luka's ability to cause gravity and on-ball gravity, that is, and I'll be on the perimeter willingly ready to shoot.
To be the best point guard starts with the word gravity. Thank you to BetUS for sponsoring today's video. And well, there are two aspects to this word, and they consist of off-ball gravity and on-ball gravity. Gravity on the basketball court refers to the tendency of defenders to be pulled towards you. And well, this example is on-ball gravity, where Luka gets a screen by Maxi Kleber and instantly gets double-teamed due to the gravity he has on the court. And then there's off-ball gravity, which is the opposite. This is how many defenders scheme for you when you're off the ball. This attention that Luka gets on and off the ball is what makes him so elite at ball handling. So what is ball handling, you may be asking? Well, this is when the point guard is under control and can effectively dribble, pass, pivot, and fake while getting the team into its offense. When looking at the first aspect of ball handling, which is passing, Luka can anticipate double teams before they form and kick it out to open teammates. He can also thread the needle and deliver picture-perfect passes without even looking at the target. The other aspect of being a good ball handler revolves around pivoting, and Luka does this perfectly on this play as he attacks the defender downhill and properly plants the pivot foot to not only turn and pump fake once, but pump fake twice to get a perfect step-through bucket. The art of pivoting revolves around patience, and Luka has shown countless times that he's patient enough to wait for a defender to jump. Like on this play where he has Bam Adebayo on an island and goes at his body to then plant his pivot foot. But as Luka is fading back, he sees that Bam overcommits on the move, so he pump fakes again, giving him yet another perfect step through due to his patience. So now, since we know Luka is a good ball handler, we can move on to the next aspect of being a great point guard, and this is gears and speeds. This is when the point guard is what we like to call shifty, in that they can change speed and direction. Although Luka isn't the most athletic, he is definitely shifty in the sense where he can lull you to sleep with a dribble combo, then just blow by you. His dribble pattern is also very different from anyone else. The best way I can describe it is when you hear the sound of a heartbeat, or any continuous pattern where you know what's gonna come next. Point guards who dribble in that same pattern often get the ball stolen from them and are pretty predictable, but Luka Doncic is the complete opposite. He can change the pattern of his dribbles out of nowhere and go from taking a screen to going behind the back. Even JJ Redick went on a podcast to talk about how insane Luka Doncic's dribble pattern was, and this is what he had to say.
Okay.
All right. So what he does is like there's a constant change of pace. He's on balance. He's trying to get you off balance. Once you're off balance, he's still on balance. He changes his pace.
Yeah.
He has created an advantage at that point.
Yeah.
So now he's got you on his hip. Potentially he's blown by you. Maybe you reach in, he goes through, he draws a foul, whatever.
Yeah.
But let's say you catch up to him. You're now going in acceleration full speed, and he goes into deceleration, you fly by.
Players that have this ability of deceleration are players like Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Jalen Brunson. Both of these players are very good at stopping and making sure that you are playing off balance at all times. But Luka Doncic has this skill completely mastered. But the reason I say he is the best point guard in the league right now is just because of his role. He has so much pressure on him every single night, and he somehow still goes out there and performs. So much pressure that he has the #1 total offensive load in the entire NBA. And Luka is playing so crazy good that BetUS is offering you guys a 70+ point player prop for next season. And I can't lie, I think he's gonna score 70 points next season. So I'm gonna go ahead and place that. And if you guys wanna place it as well, BetUS is offering a 150% bonus on your first 3 deposits up to $2,000 with code YouTube150. But what else makes Luka Doncic such a great point guard? Well, the dude is practically a coach that is playing on the court. And as he gets a screen over here, he automatically knows he's gonna get double teamed. So he just throws it through the legs of Taurean Prince to give Maxi Kleber a wide open dunk. He can sense plays and schemes before they even happen. And even over here, Luka is getting double teamed and he knows that he's going to have a wide open shooter at the top of the key. But instead of doing the obvious and passing it to the player at the top of the key, he waits for the defender to slowly run towards the player at the top so he could have a wide open Christian Wood in the paint. And while now Luka Doncic has players like Daniel Gafford and Derek Lively to throw the ball to instead of Christian Wood, so it's going to be even more deadly next season. But you guys are definitely surprised watching this video right now, and you may learn a lot about Luka Doncic that you haven't learned before. But these stats that I'm about to show you is about to change the way you look at this guy forever. When we think about floater shot making, who do we think of? We think of players like Trae Young, we think of players like Steph Curry, we think of players like Emmanuel Quickly, but let me tell you something. None of those players that I just mentioned are better than Luka Doncic at floater shot making. And while Luka Doncic is the 100th percentile when it comes to floater shot making and is first in the entire NBA. The ability to come off pick and rolls and give your team some floaters is very vital. That is why Luka Doncic is so good at the pick and roll, because the floater is a very strong threat. And the floater itself is what makes a good point guard. He's also #1 in the NBA when it comes to overall shot creation, and that means he gets not only buckets for himself, but he's great at getting the whole team involved. The way that Luka has been playing for these past couple of years has caused a lot of other superstars in the league to actually question if they're good enough. Jalen Brunson, who is also in the running to be one of the best point guards in the NBA, talked about how Luka Doncic was so good that he questioned if he was good himself. Yeah, Jalen Brunson said that.
Look like he's doing that slow motion, but he's doing whatever he wants. And I'm thinking of, I play like my own pace, like I control the game, whatever. I do it a little differently, but his is just on another level. So from day one, I was like, this dude is good. Like also, I'm thinking like, damn, this dude is good. Do I belong?
Another aspect of Luka's game that really makes him a threat on the offensive end is his three-point pull-up shot. And when you have this shot in your bag, it causes an increase in gravity. It causes defenders to have to play you way higher than they actually should be, as the pull-up shot is one of the most lethal shots in the game. Look at players like Jason Tatum. His biggest weakness is the pull-up shot. And if he could actually consistently make jumpers from the pull-up, he will be even more lethal than he is right now. And while Luka Doncic is the best at pull-up shots, as he's first in the entire NBA when it comes to three-point pull-up talent, three-point pull-up shot creation, and three-point pull-up shot making, this dude is just on another stratosphere. Now with players like Klay Thompson coming in the mix, he will be even better when it comes to playmaking, and last season he got this team to the finals. So what's going to happen now with Klay Thompson? Well, listen to what Kyrie had to say.
So I'm excited that he decided to come here, decided that he decided to commit to us for the next few years. And I feel like our dreams can be possible because he's here now and he's added some great value to our championship aspirations.
Luka's going to be playing with one of the best shooters in NBA history. And I most definitely think that they can make it to the finals again. But this video was my take on Luka Doncic being the best point guard in the NBA. Let me know. Who do you guys think is the best point guard in the NBA? Let me know in the comment section. If you enjoyed today's video, hit that like, hit that subscribe. We're almost at 20,000 subscribers. And thank you to BetUS Sportsbook and Casino for sponsoring today's video.